So we are now back from CEX, and guys, honestly, this is not the video that I expected to be making because it's pretty shocking, to be honest. Welcome back, guys, to Retro Smash TV. My name is Chris. This is not how I was expecting to start today's video. I'm currently in a petrol station because en route to my destination, I've encountered a little problem with my car. So some light has popped up on my dashboard. I assume it's an oil light. So yeah, I've just had 15 miles of looking at this red light thinking, I hope I make it to a service station for whatever reason. So I'm hoping it's the oil. So I'm just going to pop into this petrol station, fill the car back up with oil, try not to burn myself. Every time I do this, I end up filthy. But before I do that, let's get into today's video. So more bad news, unfortunately. The PlayStation 5 that I bought a couple of weeks ago has been playing up since I got it, and even though I was prepared to persevere and just get on with it, it's to the point now where I just think I've had it 2 weeks and these intermittent problems keep popping up. So the problems I'm talking about is I've been trying to install some games and the discs have to be flawless, literally like brand new, otherwise they will not install. If there's like any type of lint, like a tiny little bit, tiniest bit, it will error. Playing Ghost of Tsushima the other night, thoroughly enjoying myself, it was brilliant. All of a sudden error popped up on the screen to say that the disc was unreadable. I took the disc out and there's nothing wrong with the disc at all. So my assumption is that the laser must be on its way out, because I've traded in stuff to CEX with tiny little surface scratches, and I'm thinking if I ever buy those type of games, this PlayStation 5 is never going to be able to play them if it's struggling with mint condition discs. So I'm just going to take it back. I'm heading to Grays. So it's quite a journey from my house because I just want to check out a different CEX. Whilst I'm there as well, I've lined up a little marketplace deal. As I said in my last video, a top tip for you: if you're ever going outside your area, just have a little look on Facebook Marketplace in the area that you're at, because you could just pop in, pick up some stuff, and away you go. So that is today's video, unfortunately. But the PlayStation 5, I have to say, the graphics are superb, excellent. I love the controller, everything about it, the game library. Like I'm loving it. Just not had very good luck with this. If you remember, I bought the Spider-Man one, which come in that really not nice condition. I mistakenly bought this one, which is discounted. But I was quite happy with that. But I just can't live with these intermittent faults, especially when I'm playing a game and then it's all of a sudden going to stop working. So just going to take it back. Hopefully they'll just swap it over and then we can get on with our lives, and I can carry on like nothing picked up stopped me. It is a bit annoying because I have installed games. I have played a couple of games, so all the save data is going to be lost and whatever. I just want to have 100% working where I feel confident in the machine. So let me go and sort this motor out, and then we'll head back on the road. So that's the oil now filled up. Hopefully I've got the right one. My dashboard is still flashing oil low though, but that light has gone off. So I only bought like a small carton of it because that's all they had. So yeah, let's hope for the best, I guess. Let's head into Grays. Let's go! Oh, I've got to catch my breath. I parked so far away from the person's house. Right, okay, so we've done a little Facebook Marketplace pickup. As I'm already in Grays, search Facebook Marketplace. I found a little Nintendo Wii bundle of Just Dance games. I've paid £5. I should get £18 back on a voucher. We picked up Just Dance 3. That was £1. Just Dance 2015. That was £2. And Just Dance 2019 on the Wii U for £2. So altogether £5. This is going to trade in for £18. Not a huge voucher, but I'm already in the area. So I just pick it up, trade it in. Hopefully with the £18 voucher, I can put it towards a game that I actually want to get. So let's head to CEX. Let's take this PlayStation 5 back, trade in these games, and hopefully might be able to pick up a game depending on what their stock levels are. I've never been to this CEX, so I don't know what to expect. Let's head to CEX. Let's go. So we are now back from CEX, and guys, honestly, this is not the video that I expected to be making, because it's pretty shocking, to be honest. So just to go recap, the PlayStation I had intermittent fault with reading discs, and partway through playing games it would error and say that the disc was unreadable or dirty when the disc was completely fine. So we took it all the way to a different CEX. I travelled to Grays, which was a nightmare in itself just because of traffic, my car problem, but we ended up getting there, and I got there about 4 o'clock. So it was real touch and go whilst we was actually in there. So I went into Gray's shop and I said, I bought this 13 days ago. It's got this issue intermittently. I want to return it, and I know that you've got one in stock. Can I swap it over? Now, because I bought this PlayStation 5 in store, I only had 2 days to return it instead of the 14 for an online order, which I didn't know at the time, but it was okay. So what they said to me was that they could do it for Monday, and I said, guys, I've travelled quite a long way. Is there any chance that you can do something about it? And the staff in the Grays CEX were fantastic. They said, yeah, okay, we'll give it a go. If we can't find this fault, then we will have to do it on Monday. And I said, that's fair enough. That is absolutely fair enough. So what they've done was they got 2 PS5s side by side, my one and their one. So what they done was they got a disc that they use as their tester disc, and it was Devil May Cry. and they showed me it. They said there's some fingerprints on there, there's some surface scratches on there, but we know this disc goes through our PlayStation 5. So I said, okay. So literally I was watching through the over the counter. They stuck this disc into their PlayStation 5, loaded within 10 seconds, immediately. They then stuck it into my PlayStation 5, and no word of a lie, you could hear it from the other side of the shop where it was just trying to load it. It couldn't load it up. So we was on to a good start. They then got some other discs, because they have to do it more than once. So they got some other discs, and straight into their PS5, immediately popped up with whatever the game was. Stuck it in my PS5. Literally a minute later, it then finally read it. They then stuck it another game in. Pretty much same thing. A minute later, it loaded up, and I just said to them, or they was basically saying to me, it shouldn't be taking that long to load, and there seems to be an issue. So then they tried another disc with fingerprints on it and little surface scratches, straight in their PS5, loaded up immediately, stuck it in my one, error. So it was determined that my PlayStation 5 was faulty. So what they done was they swapped it. Well, they give me a refund, so I got refunded all my money. They then brought out a discounted version of the PS5, and although the condition of the PS5 was okay, I think there was some little marks and stuff on there, it didn't have the correct controller. It was a Pearl one, which ordinarily would have been okay, but it just looked very grubby, and that's the reason why it was discounted in the first place. And I did say, can I want to keep the controller I had, because if you remember, it was really nice, mint, but they said they can't because it's linked to the PlayStation and the whole sort of product. And I said, oh, okay then. I was even considering taking the discounted PS5 controller they was going to give me and trading it in, and then using it to buy a different controller. But they said they couldn't, it wouldn't be worth to do that anyway, because I'd be losing money. But they had a unboxed PlayStation 5 in the window. So I said, okay, I'll have a look at it. And they brought it out, and it is here. So we managed to buy a new one, and there is no scratch marks. There's some fingerprints and stuff on there, but that's me. I've done that because I've been using it for a couple of days. But apart from that, cosmetically, there's no issues with it whatsoever. Now, I'm not too bothered about the plates of the PlayStation, because I can't see them. Where they are, it doesn't matter. It was the controller that I was more importantly worried about, because I like to know, I feel like I'm playing a new device. So when they brought this controller out, it was spanking. It was even better than the one I originally had. So anyway, so we go through all of that process, and this is the shocking part. Absolutely shocking. So they can see on their records this PlayStation 5 that I had's journey, and it had been returned 2 days before I bought it for being faulty. So 2 days before I bought it, it was marked as faulty, but they still sold it to me anyway, which I think is pretty naughty, to be honest. It was a massive waste of my time. The saving grace was the staff in Grays, who were fantastic. I had a really good chat with them. We was talking about customers actually, and I made a comment to say, look guys, I've never been here before, but you've made me feel like really welcome, and like we're having a chat and we're talking about different things. And they said, yeah, it's funny because you get some customers who go in there and really kick off, and it's their fault, and they basically said, well, you haven't done that, you've just explained the situation, and we're talking. And I was like, there's no point, it's not you haven't sold me this this dodgy PlayStation. You're doing your best to help me. So yeah, guys, it was one of those. But let me know in the comments if you had a situation like this before. I know I've not had the best of luck with this PlayStation 5, and I've held off making this final bit of the video just to test this out. But I've tested it. It's all working. The disc going straight away, no issues. Thoroughly enjoying it. Like I said before, I love the graphics and the game library and everything that's associated with this PlayStation 5. So yeah, I'm not having much luck with this console from CEX. So that leads us on to the next thing. So I will be buying another console from CEX. I've worked my vouchers back up to £200. I've traded in some fodder and some marketplace pickups. We're at 200, well, just over £200, £202. And I am going to be getting myself a handheld for holiday. So I'm going to order one, and it's going to be a CEX roulette, I think, because I'm just a bit, I can't be bothered really just to go out travelling looking for one. To be honest, when I can just order it, I'll order it. It'll come in the week. I'll do an unboxing video. We'll go through it, and if it's no good, well, I'll just take it back to my local CEX. There is a couple of handhelds in my local, so if worse comes to worse, I will go out and do that whole thing. But I'm hoping I'm not going to need to, because I want to get out to the car boot sales and do that type of stuff. So guys, that has been that video. Like I said, this is a video I didn't want to make. I wasn't expecting to make. I was hoping it was going to be about building up this PS4 and PS5 collection, but it seems to be not my luck really with it. So we now have a new PlayStation 5. I've installed everything, and that was the only annoying thing, was that I lost all the games I had installed. But I'd rather have full confidence in the console and lose a couple of 2 weeks worth of gaming. It ain't no big deal. So hopefully you've enjoyed that, and if you have, make sure you hit that subscribe button. My name is Chris, and this is Retro Smash TV, and I'll see you in another one. Take care. Bye.